Welcome to Precious Little Things. For those of you that are seeing this channel for the first time, please subscribe to the channel, hit the notification button for more videos and hit the like button. So today I have a very interesting guest. He's a Kwacha, two-time Kwacha nominee artist, and he's quite known for his very beautiful, amazing song called Chapindimuka. Welcome to Precious Little Things, Microphone 7.
Thank you for having me. It's an honor to be here.
I'm really interested to having him on the show today. And guys, he is so cool and amazing because I only texted him was it a week ago?
Yeah.
And he agreed. Guys, I'm very much humbled and I'm not taking this for granted. So today what we're doing is called All Things Real. So we are going to talk about everything you need to know about M7. So we're just going to go straight into the questions, and the first question that I'm going to ask you, M7, is I know you were nominated for 2 awards, which is Kwacha, right? Did you win?
Yes, I was nominated in 2 categories for the Kwacha Music Awards. Unfortunately, I didn't win any of the awards, but it was an honor just to be recognized as one of the artists, because the artists that were there, I count them they are very hardworking. So I was the only gospel artist in the Best Artist Lusaka category, and also I was the youngest guy in the Best Gospel Song category, and my older brothers are the ones that won. So I guess it's okay.
So how did you receive the news before you knew you were nominated? How did the news come to you?
So I was at my friend's wedding, church. He's also a gospel artist. And while there, Ebo Chungu came, he was smiling and he was laughing. He was like, "Yo, Icho, eh." So I was like, "What do you mean?" And he was like, "You don't know you've been nominated." I was like, "No, nominated for what?" Yeah. Then he showed me, and then I saw it. It was so unbelievable, and I guess it was nice. It was a nice feeling just to know that people actually see you doing your thing.
Yeah. So I've been a fan of yours for years. For years, and I have favorite songs.
Yeah.
One of my favorite songs is Kamu Fiori.
Mm-hmm.
I listen to it every morning when I'm having a bad day, you guys. But then we've always, for me personally, I've known you as M7, Microphone 7.
Yeah.
But what are your real names?
So my real names are Kaluga David Walia.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how did you come up with the Microphone 7 name?
Microphone 7, well, back way back in high school, I used to talk a lot, so my friends used to call me Microphone. They started calling me Microphone. And after high school, when I started doing music in 2012, I called myself Microphone. And then I used the number 7 because that was my late brother's favorite number. And also it's God's number of completion. So now it's I call myself Microphone because I believe that God speaks through me. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's a very beautiful one. That's guys, that's wisdom. So apart from music, what else do you do?
Apart from music, I manage a store, a men's clothing store at Pinakumo. I'm a founder of a charity organization. I'm a chairperson and founder of a charity organization called Fresh to Life Foundation of Hope, and we are the bridge between people that need help and people that can help. So we've been doing for the past 7-8 years, we've been doing different charity organization visits, and we go to orphanages just to find out what they need. And we go out there and source for those things and go and donate. We usually even do Christmas parties for the kids. what else do I do? I'm a voiceover artist. I was a student of journalism and public relations at the Zambian Institute of Mass Communication. What else do I do? I do everything. You know, I act, I preach, I dance,
Yeah, I've been to your shows and I've seen how you and Solomon can dance. Is he your best friend?
Well, yes, he's one of my best friends.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's really good. You guys,
He's
your
my
energy
brother.
is amazing. Your energy is amazing. Oh, I follow your page on Instagram and I watched a video that you did talking about your tattoo.
Yeah.
So, I'll ask the normal question that everyone else would ask.
Yeah.
Do you think it's right for a Christian or a gospel artist to have a tattoo?
Well, the way I'll answer that is whether I think it's right or wrong shouldn't define how people take that question. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like at the end of the day, your personal walk with God is what determines what's right and what's wrong. A lot of people will say, no, in the Bible, Leviticus 19 says the Bible says you shouldn't make any cuttings of the dead, and you shouldn't make any tattoos. But that was like idol worship, by the way, when they were doing those things. And so I don't like to have the argument with people, because I believe that when I'm speaking to people who believe that you shouldn't have a tattoo, I respect them.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And I respect where they're coming from. And I feel like it's more of a cultural thing and a traditional thing more than it is a spiritual thing. Because the same part in the Bible, in Leviticus, that says you shouldn't make any cuttings or do any tattoos, which was a letter to the Levites, by the way, is in the same space you find that it says that you shouldn't line your hair and you shouldn't shave your beard.
Yes.
But everyone goes to the barber shop and they do the lining and they do so the same measure that people use when they say, oh, you shouldn't have a tattoo. We must all stop going to the barber shop. And women must not twist their eyebrows or add any extension to your hair. You know what I mean? So it's a whole lot that's there, but people choose a specific part to attack what they traditionally feel is not right. But what they feel traditionally is okay, they accept. So I think,
I also think it depends with it just depends with your own conviction.
Yeah.
If you are okay and your spirit feels right about it, I think it's still okay. But then if you have so many questions and you don't understand, then
I think that at the end of the day, you should only do what you feel that your relationship with God allows.
True that. Do you think it has affected you in any way in terms of like mentally, like you?
No.
Do people attack you based on that?
I mean, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I feel like no one has really like come at me like that. Maybe it's because of my persona or how I carry myself. Is I don't allow people to step on me. I allow people to criticize me, and I allow people to ask questions, but I don't allow people to come at me like they own me, you know. And I say this with the most humility ever. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're coming at me to teach me and to correct me when I'm wrong, that's fine. But if you're coming at me to try and make me look like I don't know what I'm doing, I'm not gonna take that. You know, so people say things, which is a normal thing, because everywhere you go, people will talk. Whatever you do, people will talk. So you allow people to be people. What you have to focus on as a human being is your personal relationship with Christ, and also not every person that speaks in your life matters. So what voices are you listening to? You know what I'm saying? Like, I can listen to my pastor shout at me, you know, because I know he means good. But some people just there on Facebook, they are bored, they wake up and they want to say whatever it is they want to say. I don't allow that.
How deep is Christianity to you? Or spirituality, per se? How deep is it?
Okay, so for me, I feel like spirituality or Christianity, as a believer, it's deeper than the church, the four walls of the church. It's deeper than I'm blessed, how are you? You know, all
Live
that. I feel like at the end of the day, I feel like the depth of Christianity or being a believer is seen in how much love that you can give in this world. Because at the end of the day, we know that God is love, you know. He showed us that love is about giving because He gave us Jesus Christ. And so you can tell me that you can wear the best suit, you can do whatever, sing the best worship song. But for me, what shows me how deep your relationship with God is how you love people.
When I asked you a question on the things that you do for a living, you
Yeah.
said one of the things that you mentioned was you preach.
Yeah.
Recently on social media, there was something that went viral. We saw a certain pastor that was allowing his followers to like kneel before him, clean his shoes and stuff like that. When you are given a platform to preach, do you think it is right for your followers, how do I say, disciples or whatever, to come to you and clean your sweats, clean your shoes?
First of all, that's very weird, you know what I'm saying? Because even when Jesus was preaching, nobody was doing that. It's. I feel like there's a thin line between, and for me, I'm very sensitive to like what I listen to, who I allow to speak into my life, like I said before, and that's for specific reasons. I have a personal relationship with God. I know God for myself. He reveals Himself to me. I read the Bible. I have a relationship with God. That's the first thing that you have to do as a believer. You need to own your relationship with God. You don't have to have a relationship with God through your pastor or through your priest or through your who. You need to have a relationship with God first through Jesus by yourself, a one-on-one thing. Because when you have a one-on-one relationship with God, you will understand that your pastor, your priest, all those are just vessels. And they're human beings just like any other person. They can make mistakes just like any other person. And so I find it really weird when those things are happening. For me, it doesn't make sense. And so when I say that sometimes I'm given a platform to preach or speak to young people, I keep it real and young and authentic.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not a pastor, but the Bible doesn't say you have to be a pastor for you to share the good news.
No,
And so when I say I preach the good news, it just means that I am not ashamed of speaking about Jesus Christ, whether it's on Instagram or Twitter or whatever. Wherever I'm given the space, wherever I'm able to speak proudly of Jesus Christ. Yeah.
There's a song that you did called "Pray for Me." For me, it was just like my personal song.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's true. From what you said, people go through different stuff, and most people don't even know what's going on, and they judge you based on what you're doing at that particular time. So what I want to ask is, when you were writing that song, what was happening in your life?
So when I was singing "Pray for Me," that song, I sang it just after I had lost like two of my older brothers. I lost my best friend, who I was friends with from like baby class, and so I was going through a very rough time, and I reached a point where I didn't for most of the year I didn't even pray. Like, it was hard for me to even speak to God because I was like, yo, I go out there and I'm a gospel artist, I sing for you, I lead your people to worship, praise, whatever, I encourage people, I read the word, I preach, I speak to people, I'm doing all these things. But you still took away people that are close to me. And so I was very frustrated and I blamed God, and I reached a point where I couldn't even sleep. You know, it was so bad that I couldn't even sleep. I would only maybe get to sleep at 6 in the morning. And because I was in a bad place, I tried to I started drinking again. It was so, it was bad. But then at the same time, it was people who were close to me, people who were really close to me knew that I was in a very bad space, but I wasn't telling everyone, you know. And so when you see the video to "Pray for Me," I was actually, but no, I was not drinking, but it was showing the place where I was, and it's not acting. It was I was really in this place, and the only thing I needed in that moment was prayer. I needed people to pray for me to be strong, and I figured that a lot of a lot of pastors, a lot of bishops, priests, and stuff, they go through a lot. And because we don't know what they're going through, the moment that we see them in a place where they're depressed and they're doing things out of the depression, or they're doing things like this, we want to judge them.
Yes.
That's the first thing we want to do. But being in that place taught me a lot about how we need to pray for other people, regardless of whether we know what they're going through or we don't know what they're going through. When we see someone doing things that they don't normally do, our first reaction shouldn't be to judge them. It should be to find out what's causing them to be in that space. Because there's a lot of people that are mad at God. There's a lot of people that are mad at their relatives. There's a lot of people that have been. There's people that have been raped. There's people that have been, defiled. There's people that have been falsely accused.
And we are young. And we are young, and we're young. So it's very possible for us to depression, guys, is real. The show is called All Things Real with MIKROPHONE7. I really didn't know that he was going to answer this question as real as this. Guys, I'm really, really shocked, and this has changed the whole perspective of MIKROPHONE7's music. Wow, guys, what are you waiting for? Subscribe to his channel. The other thing that I wanted to ask was, when you are writing, apart from this particular song that you did that really touched most of our lives, when you are writing most of your songs, do you write the things that you are going through at that particular time, or is it's just one of those things where you are waiting on God and God gives this thing, throws this thing in your spirit, and you're like, okay, let me write about this?
Well, like for most of my songs, for example, like Pray For Me, I wrote it with FJ, who's my very close older brother. For most of the songs, I do write about my life experiences. Sorry, things that I've gone through, because I feel like it's easier for me to be real with people, and it's easier for people to be ministered to by a genuine story, a genuine experience. So I don't want my music to just be, oh, he's got nice lyrics, he's got nice whatever. My ambition is to have music that's an experience to people. So when people listen to that music, they say, oh my God, I also need prayer. Oh my God, I can also get out of this. Oh my God, like they should feel God in the music. And so I don't write fake stories. Yeah, I could definitely write maybe about like a lady's story, but everything is genuine and authentic.
What has been the highlight of your career?
I think the highlight of my career maybe let me say it was the first time I did my first concert in 2014. It was at Untitled Chapter. I had like 500 kwacha in my pocket. But we managed to do a concert and it was amazing, we made profit. Everyone was telling me your first concert you will make a loss. But that wasn't, and people came. So I was like, people actually listen to my music, and so, but also that kept me grounded because I know that it's not, when people listen to my music and then they see me, it's just now, I think maybe they put a face because I've got a lot of videos, but before, you find that people listen to my music, and I was like 18, I think that time, 18, 19. People listen to my music, and then the first time they see me, they're like, oh, you're the guy. I thought it was like someone big, older and stuff. And so like, it made sense for me because when you listen or when you feel the anointing in the music, when you experience God through the music, you then understand that it's not me that does it. It's God. And so it keeps me grounded because I can sing, but I can't affect your life in a positive way without the Holy Spirit. And so God does it through me. And that's like, I guess the greatest highlight is just like God keeping me sane.
What has been the hardest?
The hardest?
Yes.
I think the hardest was trying to fit in because there's a time when I started doing gospel music, I came straight out of I've always been Catholic, I've grown up Catholic all my life. I was an altar boy, I was in the choir. And so when I started doing gospel music, most of the rappers and stuff were like Pentecostal, you know. And so I never really had like people, like friends or stuff like that. My friends were like, all of them were from, yeah, and also like from the world, most of them. And so like it was, you know, you go to a concert, you're like the underdog, like no one knows you, like who's this guy? We don't know, because everyone knew each other. And so, but then I built relationships like with church, Proof, Solomon, you know. I have so many like people that I can call my brothers. Well, not so many.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people, but there's very few that I've got sensible relationships, like genuine relationships and stuff like that. And also, but I had like, so in the industry, this is I'm talking about like in the industry, not out of the industry. I didn't really have like a lot of friends, and so just me feeling like I needed to fit in, so I didn't stop wearing my earrings. I didn't, you know, you want to start dressing a certain way, talking a certain way, but then that's not me. And so I ended up failing. I was just like, no, I can't fake my life to fit in just so these people can accept me. So I kept to myself, and the right people gravitated towards me.
What are some of the music that you listen to that help you? I don't know how to construct this sentence.
Some of the songs that I listen to help my creative process or my spiritual work.
Yes, spiritual work. Creative process, because I know you guys don't. Okay, but you guys are different, eh? Because the other, you know Dexter, right?
Yeah.
He was telling me he doesn't listen to a lot of music or a lot of creatives because he doesn't want to get confused. You know what I mean? So you guys, does that work for you as well?
Yeah, so I mean, I listen to a lot of different music. My playlists are usually weird because one moment I'll be listening to like a rumba song, and then I'm listening to like a reggae song, which I listen to a lot of reggae music, a lot of Damian Marley. I listen to Maverick City. Now I'm listening to Elevation Worship. So I listen to like a lot of songs. I listen to a lot of music, I guess, because music is like a part of me. So you know, I listen to a lot of music, but that doesn't. When I'm about to write, like when I'm getting like album mode or whatever, I listen to. Maybe I only listen to like worship music and just like random songs that play on the radio or whatever. But like listening, I just listen to like worship music because I'm trying to get in a certain space. But I also listen to different creative music so that I understand where, because if you don't listen to what's happening now, you end up releasing music that sounds like it was supposed to be released in 1990. So you need to be.
Isn't that quite creative?
No, you need to be.
Or bringing
you need
the
to
bump
be.
thing.
You know, you need to be. What's the word? You need to be up to date with what type of sound is now happening, what type of sound is going to be coming in the next 5 years, because unless you're.
So do you think if I decided to be a musician and I decided to sing like Michael Jackson, do you think my music can sell?
I think it can, but even if you sang like Michael Jackson, I don't think they would make beats like. Sorry, when Michael Jackson was around, your beats would probably be. They would add some things, but they would be appealing to the new generation.
Oh,
yeah.
I get it. I really get it. Have you ever gone through depression?
Yes.
How many times?
I don't know how many times, because like before, when you're young, you don't really know that you're depressed sometimes. But I guess when I lost my brother in 2010, it was really hard for me. And also just like 2018, 2019 were crazy years for me. 2019, 2020 were crazy years for me. Because in 2019 I lost my best friend, like I said, which was and this is someone I've known since like baby class. So I've known him all my life. He died in November 2019. And then last year, January, I lost a brother. February, I lost a brother. So it was just too much for me to take in. And so the whole of last year, I was just in a bad space. And I feel like I can't say I'm healed, but I'm still healing from what I went through. Yeah.
Would you ever date a creative?
Um.
Or let me ask this. Does your music career influence the type of partner that you choose?
No, I need, first of all, the person needs to be someone that's got their own life, because I don't like I need my space sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like most of the times, if I'm going to work, I need my space. I need to think. I need to focus. And I'm a people person also, so I need someone who's able to understand that he's a people person. This is what he does. This is his path. Like this is my career path for the rest of my life. Music is my life, and so I guess it does affect the type of person, type of partner I need to have. Someone who's like got their own life going, and also who understands that this is who I am and this is the career that I've chosen. And so they need to be, they have their own life, but we can do life together. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Would you date a creative?
I guess I wouldn't put it like a limit to who I can date, because you never know, these things. As long as we're compatible and we're not clashing.
Are you dating right now?
Yes.
Wow. I was expecting no, but
yes,
he's
I am.
dating. So if I ask you to do like a random song, what song would it be?
My song?
Yes.
I guess it would be
like 1, 2, 3, sing.
Uyu Yesu, Uyu Yesu, Uyu Yesu ni muweme ngako.
Oh, that's really nice. How long have you been in the music industry?
I've been in the music industry for 8 years now.
You're currently working on something, or are you currently working on something?
Yes, I'm actually working on my second studio album, which will be ready, I'm sure, by like November, because we're taking our time and it's been like a process. We started working on it last year. You probably heard a few songs of what's coming: Pray For Me, Chapindimuka, After Your Heart. And so, yeah, so we're working on my second album.
You've given us a lot of surprises so far. So do you have anyone that you're going to surprise us with in your album?
In my album, I guess the surprise is that I'm not featuring any like big artists. I'm actually not featuring any artists, but I'm featuring two young ladies that I usually sing with when I'm singing, and so like those are the only other people that I'm going to sing on the album. But it's, so I guess like no features.
Okay. So guys, we are coming to the end of our show today, and before we say our goodbyes, I just want to ask MIKROPHONE7 to give us his platform on Instagram, or where we can find him. On Instagram, on Facebook. Do you have like Twitter handle and stuff?
So you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, everywhere. At MIKROPHONE7, and it's microphone with a K and not a C. So MIKROPHONE7, the number 7, and you find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, everywhere.
And his YouTube channel. Guys, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit the notification button for more videos and more exciting people. And yeah, so was that wrong?
No.
No, because
it was not wrong.
Okay, yeah. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and yeah, from me and MIKROPHONE7, it's bye bye.
Peace.